then that is my yardstick.
If your answer is good, you shouldn't be afraid of a challenging question.
No, not at all. So therefore I said that if anyone proves to me a religion better than Islam, I'm ready to change, that means I'm confident. But if you ask me personally, which is the ultimate? For me, ultimate is the Quran. So if someone gets a question against the Quran, I will try and prove it logically, what is the logical answer. And I tell that there is not a single verse in the Quran which goes against established science. No, Quran is not a book of science. But it's a book of signs, S-I-G-N-S. More than 6,000 signs in the Quran are there. Out of these, more than 1,000 speak about science, S-C-I-N-C. Albert Einstein said that science without religion is lame, and religion without science is blind. Right? But Quran is not a book of science, it's a book of science. But because I'm a medical doctor, and because Quran is a logical book, it's a scientific book, it's not a book of science, there is not a single verse in the Quran which will go against established science. There were verses which people thought were against science, but those are hypotheses. Hypotheses. There are hypotheses that the world is flat, which Quran doesn't agree with that. But that was a hypothesis, not a scientific fact. The difference between a scientific fact and hypothesis, for example, heart pumps blood is a scientific fact. However much science advanced, we'll come to know more about the heart, but heart will pump blood, liver will not pump blood.
So science and religion can coexist.
It has to coexist. Scientific facts, not hypothesis. Please note. There's a difference between scientific theory, a scientific hypothesis, it's one category, and a scientific fact. Religion cannot go against scientific fact, if it is a true religion.
Let's talk a little bit about the harm that religion can do. Religion can do many good things, obviously. It's helped countless people in their lives with a way of living and a belief system, and it's made them happy, and it brought them joy. What about the harm? How can it, sometimes it's used for harm.
The thing is that can religion do harm? Actually, if you understand the religion correctly, religion cannot do harm. But because of misunderstanding of the religion, there can be a lot of harm done. And today, one of the maximum harms done in the world, whether it be India, whether it be Western countries, it is in the name of religion. If you understand religion correctly, religion tends to get the people together, to understand the Creator better. It tends to bring peace. All the religions, I'm not talking about Islam only. The basic concept of all religions is to get peace. And Islam means peace. But unfortunately, what the people, the so-called scholars, inverted commas, I would say inverted commas, they utilize religion for the ulterior motives. And they quote things out of context many a time. And they deviate people from the truth for the ulterior motives. It may be the politicians. It may be the people around you. So therefore I say, to understand the religion, go back to your scripture. Any scholar says anything, of any religion, don't blindly follow until you check up the scripture.